The last thing that my wife and I do in bed. This method that I'm going to teach you is going to enhance your relationships, especially with your romantic partner, like your girlfriend or your future wife. I do this with my wife every single night, and it has made us so close together, so much more loving, so much more understanding, and it only takes 1 minute. In fact, you can actually use this method with any people that you genuinely care about, like your parents, your siblings, your friends. You've heard of gratitude journaling, where every day you will grab a notebook and you will just write about all the things in life that you're grateful for, all the people that you're grateful for, the things that they do to you, the things that they do for you. And the purpose of this is just so you build an appreciation for how others value you, for the hard work and time that they put into you, so you can become a better person. I love gratitude journaling, but I've always found it to be quite limited in building my relationships, making my relationships more enhanced, better, because I would write, but that appreciation that I have for others, it would just be contained in this one notebook. I would never get to express it to someone. Sure, I might one day take a picture of what I've written and send it to my wife, send it to my father, send it to people that I care about. But how often was I doing that? Not very often. So, although it made me appreciate others, they weren't finding out that I appreciated them. And so I felt, wouldn't it be so much better if they knew what I thought about them? They knew that I valued their hard work. They knew that I valued the time and effort and consideration that they put towards me. So I applied this method with my wife. And now, every night when we go to bed and we turn off the lights, we lie in bed and, we're holding hands. She's resting on my chest. And we're still awake right now. But we do this thing where we express gratitude to each other by mentioning three things that the other person has done for us today that we really appreciate. So I usually go first. And I'll tell my wife, okay, number one, I really appreciate that today you made my eggs for breakfast really well. They were perfectly cooked, sunny side up. The yolk was still liquid while the egg whites were thoroughly cooked. And I really enjoyed eating that because it gave me fuel for the day. Then I will say the second thing that I really appreciate that you did for me today was that when we went to work out, you were fully present. You were laughing with me because in between sets, me and my wife, we literally we dance, we show off to each other, we joke around. It just makes the workout so much more fun. It's kind of like because we have a home gym. It's kind of like if you went to the gym with your friends or your girlfriend or your wife, you enjoy the workout a lot more when you're feeling happy, when you're feeling excited. And so that's why in between sets, me and her engage with each other a lot. And maybe in that day, my wife was very engaging, and that made the workout feel so much more comfortable, so much more enjoyable. And I want to do it again. So I would tell my wife this in bed. And then the third thing might be I really appreciate that when I took you out for date night today, you wore that really pretty dress that I like, and you looked magnificent for me. It made me desire you a lot. I could see the time and effort that you put in into making yourself incredibly attractive to me. So I would want you a lot. So the things that you say have to be about what the other person has done for you. It has to be for you, and it has to be on that day. Now, the rule is it doesn't matter how small it is, it doesn't matter how big it is. It just has to be something they've done for you, and it has to be today. So, if you were to do this with your girlfriend, say if you guys live together, or say if you don't, you could actually send this as a text to her. You could do this as a voice call before bed. You could talk about the 1 to 3 things that she's done for you today that you really appreciate. Maybe she sent you a really sweet good morning text that really brightened your day and gave you this fulfillment in wanting to work harder, in wanting to strive for better, just put you in a happy mood. If you live together, maybe she got up and you two cuddled and you joked around and you kissed and you shared this really cozy romantic moment that made you feel peace at heart. Maybe if you're doing this with your family or your friends, it could be some support that they've given to you today. Maybe you were feeling stressed and you sat down with your mother and she just comforted you. She just sat there. Maybe it was your dad. Maybe he just listened to you. Maybe he made you feel like you're not alone. The purpose of this is essentially to take the form of gratitude journaling, that habit, that activity, but to now express it so everyone who you want to show this gratitude to is aware. So not only do you begin to appreciate what others do for you, they now understand that you value them, that you appreciate what they do. So in turn, they will now appreciate you. It's a form of positive reinforcement. If you are lying in bed and when it's your wife's turn or your girlfriend's turn and she tells you about the three things that you've done for her that she really liked, that she really felt appreciation for, how would that change your behavior? You would now be more incentivized to do more. If your wife liked the fact that you held her hand when you guys went for a walk and it made her feel safe and cared for, now you're going to do it again because you know that your wife likes it. And you like the idea of your wife finding the things that you do valuable. You like the idea, you love feeling your wife appreciate what you do. So you will do more of it. I've been doing this now with my wife for maybe 6 months. 6 months. And it's changed our relationship. It really has. I would suggest you do it right at the end of the day because that way you can conclude this day on an extremely positive note. And maybe there's a science and psychology behind it, but what I find is when I go to sleep with this positive, wholesome, loving mindset, the last thing I do is to express gratitude to my wife. And in turn, she expresses gratitude to me. I have the most pleasant dreams. I sleep so well. It's like all my worries, all my stress, all my insecurities have evaporated. And so when I wake up, I think about what we discussed tonight, and it makes me more driven to be that amazing, loyal husband for my wife. And in turn, I'm sure she feels the same way. Try this. You don't have to do three things. You could just choose one thing, but be consistent. Do it every single day. And I guarantee if you do this with your wife, your future wife, your girlfriend, your parents, your siblings, your friends, your relationship with them will be strengthened beyond what you can imagine. It takes 1 minute, but the return on investment, the ROI, is insane.